Greetings and salutations, beautiful people. I'm Mac Epiphany, and welcome to Epiphany Games, subsidiary of Coco Mac Productions, soon to be LLC. And it's time for some D&D. We do it for the LOLs. It's Legend of Light and Shadows, my Avatar campaign set in the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And we're here again with our lovely players who are now going to introduce themselves.
Howdy, howdy. It's me, Asher again, aka Pluto, who you all got to know last episode. Let's hope he doesn't get lost again.
Hello, it is me, Azure, aka Amara, the Airhead Airbender. Hopefully, no more of her maybe not so legal past gets shown up this session.
Hi, I'm Blue. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm going to be playing Nezzy, whose pronouns are any and mainly they. Um, I I don't know what type of nigga Nezzy is just yet. I'm waiting for them to come to me.
Hey, it's Curiosity playing Serenity, the lightest of lightweights.
Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. So, would anybody like to give me a recap from last session for our first DM inspiration?
I can.
Sounds good.
So when we first met, our heroes decided they were meeting a contact who was definitely a poser in the pro bending arena, watching the Turtle Lions get their asses beat as usual. Nothing new there. After a potential incident with a wig flying off a head, we were given our orders to infiltrate an anarchist group and get information on them so that the governmentals of Republic City could deal with them accordingly. We then decided to go find some posters of this group and got coordinates that we weren't exactly sure what they were for. We decided to go looking around for more posters. Pluto may have gotten lost and wound up by a monastery. The others may have wound up by a triad. It was fine. But eventually the group got back together, had dinner at a lovely restaurant. Who is Blue's character's parents? I'm having trouble with names today. Yes.
Mine.
Yes.
Curiosity.
Where someone we found out cannot hold their liquor. And all of a sudden the two people who should not be the group parents were the group parents, and that was a bad idea. But we finally did get coordinates from a smuggler friend of Amara's, and which was in the middle of nowhere in the desert or the middle of the ocean. And we figured it probably wasn't the middle of the ocean. Also may have just failed upwards or successfully failed at decoding the last bits of paper. But then we decided to go to these coordinates, and we get trekking up a mountain, and people started falling. And Pluto managed to get them back up eventually. So it's fine. Everything's fine. We're doing fine. It's great.
All right. Thank you very much for that. You have DM inspiration to use at your leisure, and we're gonna hop right into it. Where last we left off, you all had found your way up the mountain um, to what appears to be the entrance to a set of caverns, a secret tunnel, if you will. Um, and
I'm resisting. I'm resisting.
I'm proud of you because I was sure somebody was going to give in.
My
I'll
mic
have
was
my
muted. I'm
time.
sorry.
So, yeah, what are we doing?
Amara does like a little breeze to dust off the people who fell.
All right. You have been dusted.
Thank you. Nezzy definitely looks like a little worse for wear. I think they just do like a little water bending to like get the scrapes off of, or at least like clean their scrapes if they have any from busting their shit. Um, and I mean, yeah, we're trekking along through this cavern, baby.
All right. If everybody could kindly give me a perception check as you enter the tunnel.
You know what? It'd be good for me to have my sheet up because it's showing not up.
That might
Let me
help.
open this. Okay.
That's a big 11.
All right.
A beautiful 11. Voluptuous even. Okay, perception.
We got
It's a
a
perfectly symmetrical number.
solid 15
Mhm.
here.
All right.
A nice little 13.
My
So,
favorite number.
Nice.
you will all notice that there are people traveling through this tunnel. Some of them are in groups of 2 or 3. Some of them are by themselves. Several of them are hooded, um, but they're all traveling in the same direction, just coming from different places. Additionally, Pluto, you hear a screeching sound, just kind of echoing through the wall, the halls of the cavern. Due to the echoing of it, you're not quite sure how close or how far it's coming from.
Got it. So I think seeing we haven't been noticed yet, correct?
I mean, as you're seeing people, they're also seeing you, but they're not
Okay,
paying you any mind. They're just walking.
gotcha. All right, gang. We're here. Now we got to act natural. I'm
Should we have worn
assuming.
hoods? Should we have been hooded too?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I unfortunately don't have a hood on me, so I can maybe put my hair and make that a hood, but I don't think that's gonna work. Uh, but I did hear a screeching sound somewhere, so that makes me think maybe a minecart. Uh, so we might be on the lookout for that, but I don't know. Should we follow them?
I mean, everybody seems to be going the same direction, so we're probably in the right place.
Um, Pluto, actually make a nature check for me.
Sick, love it. All right, nature. Yeah, plus. All right, that's a 4. That's all right. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. That's all I need to know.
I swear I'm decent in nature. These rocks, man, I'm good at sedimentary rocks. Metamorphic, I don't understand. It's too much for me.
That's real.
They are very different, very, very different.
Don't
All
even get me
right.
started on igneous. Ugh.
So, you all are making your way through the caverns. What you can tell is that they're almost webbed, right? So, like, you came in this way, somebody else came in from over here, somebody else came in from over here, but these different paths seem to converge and separate throughout the tunnels, as if they were dug out very intentionally.
Mm.
Perhaps purposefully confusing, like a maze. Okay. I think Pluto for sure thinks he's going the right way. He's fully just following these guys, hoping an opportunity arrives. But eventually, I think if they follow it long enough, he would make some sort of perception check to see, have I seen this wall before?
So, what I'll say is you come to a forked path.
Guys, it's a fork in the road. It's meant to
Where
be. It's fate.
there are 3 paths you could take. Um, a group of 2 that or not really walking with you, but kind of walking alongside you, take a look at the 3 paths and take the road to the left.
I think Nezzy is like, let's wait to see what another group, what path another group takes. Or could I also like roll something too to see? I don't know which side has the most footprints.
Okay. Yeah, just make an investigation check.
Okay, a 12.
So, there are definitely more sets of footprints going to the left, but there are a couple going down the center.
Are there any going to the right?
There aren't.
And we don't see anything like on the walls indicating
Yeah, no
anything.
markings or anything.
Yeah.
On a 12, you do not.
Just
All right.
quick vibe check. Are we on a fault line?
Not
Right.
to your knowledge.
Okay. I'm not sure. I know I don't have seismic sense, but just wanted to, if it's like an earthbender thing to know if there's a fault line or not. The right path has no one there. That could mean it's important or a dead end.
Right.
But why is nobody taking the right path? I kind of want to go.
Like, did we miss something in the instructions that said what path to take?
Did we bring the flyers with us?
Nezzy would have absolutely packed the flyers.
Are we going to stop right here and just look at the flyers? Is there any more information on these flyers?
Yeah, if you think about it, they have to have new people come in at some point. Like, unless they have like a tour guide type deal, like they just have someone at the front, like, all right, let me guide you where you need to go. And
wait, are there any footprints coming out of either of any of these?
No, none of them.
I kind of want to go to the right.
Pluto's gonna do any, meeny, miny, mo.
That's fantastic.
Kind of want to go to the right.
Can I try to see if there's like air pressure changes?
You know what? That sounds fun. Yeah. Go for it.
My children are playing Minecraft very loudly.
I'm just gonna roll for it.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Amar's too distracted by all the dust and getting her clothes dusty.
Wait, has anybody been talking? Like, do the people who have been walking tours with us, like, are there any voices coming from any of these passageways?
Oh no, people are absolutely keeping quiet and trying not to be noticed. There might be some whispering amongst people that are traveling together, but like nobody.
We're absolutely the loudest. I just know it.
Yeah, so we're just completely like tourists, just not knowing where they're going. By the way, I picked the right path for Meeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo when I rolled for it. So that's the path Pluto picked. I mean, it's gonna be like, guys, I don't know. I have a good feeling about it.
So
I feel like it's weird that nobody has taken this path.
Right? It's weird.
It's really weird that nobody has taken this path.
Maybe that's where
there are lights.
Go.
Yeah, let's go down the right path.
Okay. So you guys take the right path.
Nezzy stays behind the group because they're like, "Fuck it, let's go." But in their head, they're like, "I think this is a bad idea."
So, the right path.
Self-preservation.
You travel down, and it's not long before you realize that, unlike everywhere you've been in this cave so far, this path isn't lit. There are no glowing stones to illuminate the path for you, so you get 40, 50 feet before it's pitch black.
Can I make light?
Of course.
Okay. I just conjure a little fire in my hands, on my fingertips.
Wow, firebending's so handy.
What do I see?
There's nothing dangerous or standoutish about this path.
I think we took the wrong path, guys.
You get the sensation that people were avoiding this path because it was dark.
Oh, that's the only reason though?
Like,
You can't be sure, but that's the only thing you see that would make you feel like, okay, maybe this ain't the way.
Okay, you know what we learned from this is that they might be scared of the dark.
they might be scared of
So
the dark, but
we
I
got
have a light with me everywhere.
we
So,
got info. That could also mean they don't have many firebenders too. Is there anything in significance here? I kind of make an investigation check.
Sure thing.
All right. All right, it's a 12. I'll take it.
You can hear the sounds of water dripping from further down this path.
Hmm.
Hey, can you shoot like a little fireball down this path so we can just kind of catch a vibe? See just how dark it is?
yeah, so I
I don't like the way you're smiling, Mac.
I am the DM. I'm always going to be smiling. I'm all might here.
There's
he's a
dynamite
very
at the end of
smiley person.
at the end of the path. Boom.
Mhm.
The TNT ignites
So-
my
Rocks fall. Everybody dies.
Right, TPK. Yeah, so just take the flame that's just been dancing on my fingertips and make it just a little bit bigger. Point down the passageway and just kind of like shoot it down. Just push it down the
No, I'm
passageway.
playing.
Mm.
Okay, so down the path, the flame hits a wall because the path isn't straight; it winds and it curves. But at the end, where the flame hits, just for a second, you can see like the embers of something flash across the wall and then fade away.
You guys saw that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say DC 16 perception to make out what it was.
Okay.
For everybody?
Yep.
Okay.
Non-nat 20.
Also a non-nat 20. And then an
Hey, and then a
A nat
nat
20.
we know
And I'm just rolling
exactly
11s.
what's there.
So, all of these lovely 20s, you saw the flickering of embers across this wall form the anarchist symbol and then fade away.
Oh, wow.
I really hate that we just like stumbled into something, but we just stumbled into something. I hate it here.
I really hate that Serenity and Pluto actually just keep stumbling into the right answers. And so Nessie like this is like, come on, let's just go. Let's just go.
It's like, so guys,
Serenity is
that
just
might be
playing with the fires on her fingertips as we keep walking down.
that might be a good sign.
I
See,
think we're on the right path.
that might be where the bad guys are.
Don't call them bad
Don't
guys.
call
when
them
we
the
get
bad
around
guys
that.
when we're there. We're trying to infiltrate.
We're trying to be part of that.
It's just us, I think. I mean,
Is
it's
this
pretty dark.
Is this
Let's get
echoing?
into character now. That's a good question.
What's the question?
Okay. So it's
Oh, I was asking, is this passageway echoing?
Oh yes, it's absolutely echoing. And also, I forgot to add and include, I should say, that there's a rumbling sound when the flame hits the wall that kind of reverberates. And that screeching sound that you heard earlier, it's louder now.
it's fine.
Is it screeching as in a
It's fine.
person screaming or like an animal screaming or screeching as in like something is grinding along something? You know what I mean?
It's a secret door.
Give me a nature
Right. I'm
check.
like, is it a door? Like, okay.
Everybody except
Or yeah,
Pluto.
is it an animal? A nature check?
I'm gonna go get my fucking physical dice. I'll be right back. You're not gonna hold me tonight. Fucking roll 20.
Natural
A double
20
nat
for a
20.
21. Right?
Dirty 20.
So Serenity and
City kid that's never
I
left
don't
the
even know
city.
how I'm going to explain this in the case of Amara, but Serenity and Amara, you both recognize this sound as that of a scorpion bat.
Oh,
Um, they are typically nocturnal creatures. They live in caves, and they're pretty docile, but they get irritated by loud noises.
oh shit.
So, and Amara like immediately takes her tone down and like physically pulls everybody in. So there's scorpion bats in here.
What's that?
It's a bat that hits you with poison because it's got a scorpion tail.
Okay. I probably could have deduced that.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
So
Yeah.
whatever we're doing, we need to try to keep the volume down because it's gonna be a real bad time if like a horde of, scorpion bats decides we're a nuisance and decides to make it our problem that we're a nuisance.
But like no, you're right. You're right.
But like,
But like,
You're right. I can't pet them. You're right. Okay.
No. No. You
I
don't
mean, we
pet
can't punch
random
them.
animals in the wild. What?
If they try to attack us, we can just punch them.
no.
A lot of the animals I know are pretty friendly. To be fair, I've never met a scorpion bat though, so I don't want to
These
speak
ones
for all
aren't very
animals.
friendly.
Pluto has the
These ones aren't
Disney
very
princess
friendly.
effect. All
Yeah.
animals just love Pluto.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Picks up on his vibe and is like, oh yeah, I fuck with this one.
We're gonna walk out of here with a scorpion bat companion. Watch.
Oh my goodness.
I'm banking on it. Claiming it now, yes.
So you all continue walking down the tunnels, and you're walking for quite some time. Let's actually somebody give me a D100.
Who's gonna do it?
I'll do it.
I
Oh,
think
never mind.
while
Somebody
we're
already did.
Oh,
walking,
whoops, my bad.
It's fine.
Pluto's just trying to think of like a backstory for himself, or like who he is, thinking of like an alter ego.
Well,
He's
you have
like,
53 minutes to do so.
how do
So
I look? How do I look edgy? How do I look like a bad guy? How do I?
I really hope he's keeping all of those thoughts inside and not saying it out loud.
No, he is. He's putting his hair over one eye
Oh my god.
yeah, I love it.
I love
and
it.
style it in the dark.
It's not super dark. We do have a little flame.
True.
So
we should
go
probably
ahead.
be quiet going down here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I think we'll do some stealth. How is everybody's stealth?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We're like, it's a 1. It's all right.
That's all right.
It's okay. He's not used to being stealthy. He's used to just saying hi and introducing himself, so he never needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Serenity is also a very sociable person. Just not used to having to be stealthy.
I actually have really good stealth.
It makes sense.
It does. Yeah, all of this lines up.
Yeah. I think
Are we rolling
Nezzy
stealth?
has snuck out of the house plenty of times.
What's a house?
What's a house? A
Do
home?
people actually live in those? Oh,
Where do you live?
on the corner?
But
Oh.
like
What?
inside of a building?
No.
Just outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Nezzy like shrugs. They're like, okay, cool.
But like, what do you have like? Do you have like bed? What do you sleep on?
I fight the dude on the corner for the cardboard box and go from there.
That's not comfy.
Oh, we are rolling stealth. Okay.
I'm gonna get you a blanket.
Amara
rolled a
genuinely does not
19.
know what to do with that sentiment. Is
What does her
genuinely
expression
confused.
like look like?
Just
like confusion.
He's already
I
thinking
love
of
it.
like the perfect blanket. Everyone has to have their blanket, you know, their comfort one, the one that you put just around your feet, the one that you sometimes just wrap yourself around.
Oh my god. Do you like want a place to stay?
She doesn't.
no. If
Cool.
someone breaks in, how do you get away?
You don't. You kick their ass.
I mean, yes, but like if a firebender shows up and starts like burning all your shit.
I would never
I'm a
do that.
waterbender. Two different ass responses. Like, I'm a waterbender. I would never do that.
Like, why did I have to be a firebender?
But I mean, like, don't you get water damage on your stuff then?
No, most of my shit is waterproof.
Oh, I suppose that makes sense. I don't know. I just like being out in the open air better. Like, this is a nightmare.
I can also just make you a home, you know,
Or like a nice like tent situation.
earthbending.
But then I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
in like open air.
Mm.
I know we're spending quite a bit of time talking about this home situation, but now I genuinely have ideas. And I think Nezzy's like genuinely like thinking about it. They're like, okay, but you could have like an open roof, right? You could have an archway instead of like a closed door. You know, you can have like the walls up separating like your bedroom and your bathroom area, but no doors. It could work.
What's your favorite color? We need to find a paint.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like survival.
Let's go with blue
think-
for the sky.
I was thinking
Survival is your
I was thinking
favorite
like
color?
green for survival. I mean, we could do
But she likes to
mix.
be in the open air. They like to be in the open air. So blue for the sky.
Like,
Oh, what
I guess
about
sky
red?
blue.
I don't know. Red makes me think of like fire, and I'm not
Right.
really a big fan of fire.
Red
That's
is
fair.
red is my favorite color. I don't think red will work.
Do you have
So-
like
Guys, be quiet. We have to be quiet. We have to be quiet. Shh.
Fortunately, you all rolled well on stealth, so this conversation is very hushed. However ridiculous it may be.
we're building Amara a house. we're gonna beat up Jeff and build Amara a house.
In 53
it's on
minutes,
the fucking docket. It's on the fucking docket.
in 53 minutes, you have mapped out a ceilingless, like doorless home for Amara, made with earthbending, and just free enough.
Yeah, it's like one of those houses where rock climbers use, where you never have to touch
Mhm.
the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You just constantly are on the move.
Like,
You know, it doesn't have to be on the ground.
True.
It could be in a treehouse. It
A
could be a
mobile
treehouse.
home.
so
Oh, I think that would actually fit
For
Amara so
clarity,
much better.
actually, I have a detail I would like to add. Amara, in your time in Republic City, the airbenders of Air Temple Island have come to you several times, offering you a place.
I
to
figured.
stay. So, Taro, that you all met last session, you actually know him because he's often the one advocating for you to come stay on Air Temple Island. Anywho, you all eventually arrive in an open cavern, and this is a space where you see people have gathered. You come out of this tunnel on the right, but you find that there's another tunnel that comes through on the far left. And the couple that you saw go through that tunnel has already arrived.
Well, dang, they
beat
got a
us here.
shortcut.
Did they take the shorter way around? Maybe the other route was the shorter way around.
Of course, we took the long way.
I mean, we made it here all the same.
All right, guys, it's
Whatever.
time
We
to
took the way
focus
that
up.
nobody else took.
Mm-hmm.
My name
Saying
now.
we're not afraid of the dark.
My name now is Jack,
Pluto,
and
nobody knows you here.
my last
No.
name's Hammer.
Pluto, no, no. Pluto,
You got it.
nobody.
So you guys, when you see me with the hair over my eye, I'm Jack. When it's not,
Mhm.
I'm Pluto.
Okay,
Okay,
got it.
I'm not doing that.
cool. Hair down, it's all right. Well, I'll just pretend I don't know you.
I don't think they're gonna ask us for our names.
How do
So
they confirm
so
how many members they have?
don't just don't offer it. Just don't offer it.
Hey, Pluto, I think actually the best course of action for you specifically is to remain one with somebody at all times. Two, to be as quiet as possible if somebody is speaking to you. And if
I
they are
really
speaking to you, turn the question or whatever back around on them.
that's a good tactic.
I don't know if I could promise that. Jack's a loner,
I love it.
so. But
That's perfect.
Pluto will stay with you guys, but Jack, I don't know.
Jack better not go off by himself. And Pluto, like, I mean, Nezzy like points a finger, like, do not go
Amara's
off by
just full on got
yourself.
her hands in her head like this. I'm so
So,
gonna get caught. Oh my god.
so in this room, there are probably 3 or 4 dozen people kind of gathered around. Some of them are mingling, most of them are kind of keeping to themselves. There is a raised stage that you assume was made with earthbending. Um, and on it are 4 or 5 people who you would assume are leading this meeting. Currently, they're all seated and they're just allowing people to gather into the room or the space, I should say.
Are they paying attention to who's coming out of which tunnel?
They are.
Oh God, we've been noticed.
Do they have on like anything of note, like a uniform or something?
They don't. They're dressed in pretty everyday clothing, actually.
Do any of
Okay.
them look familiar? Does
Hmm.
anybody in this room look familiar to me?
I was actually gonna ask that. I'm looking for 2 people specifically.
So, give me a perception check and a history check if you want to see if anyone looks familiar.
Okay.
So 16 and
That's
12.
tragic.
So 16 perception and 12 history.
I got 13 perception, 17 history, which I think is funny.
So, there are some people scattered around the room who you may have seen around the city. Like there's a low ranking pro bender in a robe who's like trying to hide his face, but you caught a glimpse of it. Um, and just nobody of note. Um,
Okay.
Dizzy on a 21 perception and an 18 history. One of the men up on the stage actually is very familiar to you. Um,
Oh,
he's a handsome young man. He's got like, a full beard, hair is slicked back in a ponytail. Um, and you know him to be the son of the owner of your team.
Ooh.
His name is Alvaro.
Alvaro.
Mhm.
What do I know about Alvaro as far as like his personality type?
You
You
don't know
know.
too much about him personally.
Mm-hmm.
He comes from money. Um, and he left the South Pole. Yes, South Pole. Um, a few years ago, just out of nowhere.
Hmm. Does he look like do I get the vibe he is someone of like import or he is just like, like a facilitator type person here?
If you give me an insight check.
Okay. come on. Okay, I'm rolling. Okay, what is my insight? That's 21 on insight.
So, of the four people on the stage, he's kind of like the center person. Like people are communicating to him first, and then each other second. You get the feeling he's the one running this.
Oh wow. Um, Nezzy will just kind of quietly, like they're still looking around, so they're not like looking at the group as they are talking, just to give the air of like they're like scoping the scenery out. But they
Mhm.
do say quietly to the group, like, "Hey, I know that person is center. Uh, his name's Alvaro.
He's cute.
Actually,
He's rich."
I think Pluto's fully not like acknowledging that aspect because he's too busy looking for people. And I think he's noticeably stressed. Noticeably stressed.
If he's rich, why is he in an anarchist group? Like
so
if he's got money, I don't understand.
that
You
is
know,
what
like
he looks
he
like.
where? Let me see.
Where?
He left the South Pole a few years ago. So why he's here, I'm honestly not sure.
Wild.
Like, did he start this? That'd be wild if he started this. Also, Mac, where'd you put a picture of him at?
It's supposed to be showing, and it isn't. Hold on, I'll just drop him on the map.
Okie dokie. If he started this fucking group,
Um, I did, but um, so there, he's on the map.
He is
nice.
cute.
But anywho,
Wait,
as
I'm
yeah,
sorry, Mac. Question though, is Alvaro close to the owner, like close to his father?
um, so you would know him as more of like a public figure, like
Okay.
so their relationship. It's hard for you to say, but you know that he
Mm-hmm.
is the son of the owner of your team.
Has he ever come around the team or come to games?
Um, he has come to games. He has like a private box for home games that he's very rarely in, but he's come to a few. Um,
Okay.
and yeah, to your knowledge, he was never very sociable.
Okay. Okay, cool.
That guy looks like a bad guy.
Hmm.
Please stop calling people bad guys.
I can't promise that. If they look like a bad guy, they look like a bad guy.
So,
We're gonna
as
have to fight this whole room.
Now wait a minute, is that what your alter ego would do? Think about it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm Jack and you're
We're so gonna get caught.
so, after a while, he does step forward. He has like one of those like tiny mics that goes in his, and when he speaks, though, his voice is very low. It's soft. And he starts with a greeting. He just says, "Hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming out today. I applaud you all in your deductive abilities and making it here. I do want to start by saying that this cave is the habitat of scorpion bats, if any of you haven't realized. So we are going to want to keep our voices down. But I'm here to open a dialogue. I want to ask how you all feel about the government in its current state. Um, there are no right or wrong answers. I know our posters all have anarchist symbols on them, but I promise we will not think less of you if you answer affirmatively or positively. I genuinely want to know.
What is the government like in this
Put your hand
world?
down. Put your
Yes,
hand down.
you right there with the hair over the hair swoop.
Uh, Hi, yes, it's
Oh my!
it,
No, oh my god. Serenity moves like
Pluto
3 paces
immediately
to the
begins
side.
glaring at dead ass. Immediately begins glaring at like fucking Jack on the low.
it's but it's
Can't even get it out.
I got it.
Okay, lay it
It's
on this.
it's Jack. I'm also known as Mr. Hammer.
That's clever.
I wanted to ask, why do you need so many people?
I feel like for anybody with a goal or even just an interest, they're going to be looking for like-minded people. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm,
Amara has taken like 6 steps like away from Pluto because
Nessie
if they're gonna
sees
get
that
caught, Amara's
Amara
not gonna get
moves.
caught with them.
yeah,
That's real as fuck.
Serenity is
that
also like
bad.
taking like 3 paces to the side. It's just like
It's all about
Nessie feels obligated
mentality,
to
right?
stay now since everybody moved away. So they just got their
Just- it's
arms
just-
crossed and they're looking down
just-
like fuck.
just 3 paces away. I'm not that far.
All right. Yeah. So, is that your only question?
Oh yeah, that's it. Thank you for answering.
Anytime. So,
So Mac, though, what is the government like in this world? Like, are we talking like, is it like a democracy? We dealing with tyranny? How are you
so
saying that?
we're
Tyranny.
specifically talking about the government in Republic City right now.
Okay.
It's technically autocratic. Um, but it definitely acts in its own interests. Um, I'm not gonna compare it to any well-known governments, in the real world or anything. But
Are
the
they fucking
people,
over the citizens?
I will say that the citizens don't tend to be the first priority in most
Gotcha.
instances.
How does it treat small businesses, such as mom and
They're
pop restaurants?
they're actually supported. Your parents have had the opportunity to flourish in Republic City.
That's probably why I have a car
Or
in my own place. I don't have a job. I just work at the restaurant.
But a few people do answer. Most of them recall what I've just informed you. They feel ignored by their government. They're less than empowered. But there are some who manage to give a two sides of the story type answer. They fail here, but they succeed here.
mhm.
How does the government treat athletes?
Athletes are treated like kings because athletes bring in money.
Okay.
And are benders and non-benders treated the same, or do benders get preferential treatment?
Benders don't necessarily get preferential treatment. Pro benders get preferential treatment. and people who play non-bending sports, soccer, basketball, etc. Um, basically, the government supports people who bring in money for them.
Got you.
Okay.
So capitalism. Got you.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. So Serenity feels great. the, the government has been working in her family's favor.
Hmm.
She's a rich kid, apparently.
I think Nezzy will not raise their hand. Their arms are still like crossed over their body. And they'll say, a government that acts in its own interest and not for its citizens isn't a government I want to be a part of.
Yes, that exactly. And how do we go about changing that? How do we go about not being a part of that government other than picking up and moving to another one and dealing with the same issues? And, you hear some of the same voices again. But if you watch, you'll see that the room is becoming very divided throughout this conversation. The people who are speaking more are moving closer to the front. The people who are speaking less are moving further back. And it's becoming very clear who is and isn't uh, kind of getting on with this message.
I'm definitely like moving forward as this is continuing and kind of just trying to communicate, I guess, like with my eyes to the group, like, we should be with those niggas.
Well, when you move, I move.
Just
Just
like
Just
like
that.
like
that.
that.
I love being black. Hey. Period.
I couldn't even stop it. Like,
It was
Mara
automatic.
doesn't move.
I think
Mara kind of winds up standing between the two groups.
That's real.
yeah, I think Pluto will hmm. I think Pluto will stay back because I think he feels that the people he wants to pay attention to are those in the back. So yeah, he's gonna like kind of just take some awkward steps backward.
so Alvaro, after having this conversation, and the others on stage aren't speaking. They're almost like just watching who's moving where and who's doing what in the crowd.
Can I watch them watching us?
Absolutely. He finally lets everybody know, my name is Alvaro, and I want to make some changes. Long ago, there was an organization known as the Red Lotus who wanted to make changes. And they went about things the wrong way. But they also got results. I want to see Republic City become a place that supports us. And while I don't have any intention of deleting the avatar from existence, as crazy of an idea as that sounds, I do think there are some people that do need to be removed from government. And you can tell that he's choosing his words very carefully. But we can understand that this isn't a mission that's for everybody. And if this doesn't align with your interests, and one of the people on stage like lowers his hand and a third tunnel appears off to the side of the cavern, you're free to go. This will lead you back to the outside. And there's some murmuring. There's some folks looking back and forth. There's some, discussions. But several people do start to leave.
Can I make one last perception check on the people who are about to leave?
Okay.
Mostly, I want to see. I guess not exactly if I recognize them, but I guess kind of I recognize them if I notice anyone that I'm familiar with in that group.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay, that's a 8.
Well, you're not from Republic City,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's not likely that you would recognize too many of these people.
Good. Wanted to make sure. I think Pluto feels a bit relieved, and will kind of as everyone's dispersing, move back towards the head group.
All right.
Wait, you said they opened up a third tunnel?
Yes, because the right tunnel and the left tunnel that you
But-
all saw both led into this room.
But there were 3 tunnels leading into this room. What happened to the central tunnel?
The central tunnel did not lead into this room.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, after all of these people have left, the tunnel closes. And he now addresses everybody that remains. I'm happy to have met all of you. And he takes a seat on the stage, trying to make, it's a very informal kind of discussion that he's having. I see that several of you chose to conceal your faces, and I can understand why. When we talk about things like anarchy, that's a hefty topic, and a lot of people don't want to be associated with a symbol that carries that much weight.
We should have
So-
our faces.
So I respect that, and I won't ask you to show me your faces. What I will ask is that you speak to me openly. What would you like to see changed? This time, people aren't so quick to speak up.
I think Nezzy will speak up. They'll say, I'd like to see a government that invests as much into hospitals and schools and the arts and mental health as they do the athletic avenues.
1 second.
I'm talking good shit, huh?
My dice. I gotta get my damn dice. Hold on a second. I just made some dice specifically for this occasion, and they all the way over yonder. I ain't even gonna do all that. So he looks at you and he smiles and he comes down off the stage. And he says, it's funny to hear that from you. Everybody, we have a celebrity in our hands.
Or not, he recognized you.
Girl, right? Like, Nezzy will kind of lift their head up. And you know how people lift their chin up but look down at the person on their nose? They do that, arms still crossed, definitely standing strong, not having moved. And they give a shrug. And they're like, celebrity is a bit much. I'm not that at that status yet.
Oh, I suppose that's fair. But you are the star player of a pro bending team. So it's admirable to hear you say that the way that athletes are given preferential treatment is not the right way. I I look forward to working with you.
Same. And Nezzy will hold out the arm that is like made of water, kind of like that frozen, like, and to shake.
Mhm. He holds out his hand, he hesitates for a second, and then he grips it and he shakes your hand.
They give a strong shake, releases, and goes back to crossing their arms. And I think they'll ask, what's the process here? We just meet up in a dark, dank cave every blue moon.
Right now, we're forming a team. Um, once that team is formed, we do some proper planning. You know, it's important to develop trust
Hmm.
because I can't guarantee that everybody here can be trusted.
I think that's fair.
Amara's voice pops out, and you guys kind of don't expect this. And how are you going to protect everybody at the bottom who's ultimately going to be punished when you guys decide to start this revolution of yours?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. And he gets back on stage and he looks at you, Amara, and he asks, "Do you have any suggestions?"
I don't, but I'm also not planning this thing.
That's fair. And hopefully, I won't be planning it alone. Like I said, I'm looking for a team. I'm looking for a hive mind to help us solve these kinds of problems.
How are you going to solve a problem you have yourself? You just showed preferential treatment to a pro bender.
Did I show preferential treatment or did I show engagement? Did I show
So
what's
you
the word I'm
engaged
looking for?
directly with Nezzy and walked off the stage, but then when I started talking, I'm not a pro bender. You walked back to the stage. How is that equal engagement?
I spoke to Nezzy because Nezzy is from the same city as me. I recognized her from home, them from home. But I don't want you to feel that I feel your input is any less valuable. No, that's not the case.
Uh-huh.
He just kind of accepts that he's been rejected here and continues the conversation. But after some time talking, more objections start to rise. Um, because obviously you can't win everybody over, and
Mm.
he's no exception. Um, People asking how he'll be different from the Red Lotus, how he plans to remove people from office because he hasn't been very specific. And he's very dodgy about it.
Serenity does have a question.
Sure thing.
Do you plan to beat money with money?
Well, I feel like resources are necessary to accomplish most any goal. So
So why is your money better than their money?
money doesn't have a state of what's the word I'm looking for? Mac cannot think of the word right now. What's important is the way money is used.
So how can we be sure that when you get your goals with your money that you weren't turned into them with their money?
I have no intention of ruling. I don't think I'd be a good politician, and that's being honest. I would want to put people in positions of power who I think would help people.
Hmm.
I think Pluto starts to get a bit fidgety and impatient. Um, and it doesn't say anything. I think he continues to be silent, but wants to put his focus on the two people on the side, especially the Earthbender. If I could just uh see if he has any like tattoos or markings, or just kind of like engrave him in my mind.
Okay.
Mm.
Um. Hmm. Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Oh, I need another monitor so bad.
14.
It's a lifesaver.
Um. So on a 14, he has a scar. Right in front of his ear, like this. Very noticeable. Very easy to identify.
Okay, yeah, I think he just marks that within himself. Um, it's just fidgety. He's not enjoying this
Yeah, is everybody?
interaction. He's like he's thinking these people are just talking about all these changes, and it's like I don't know. It's like a world he's not associated with. I think he's like fully disengaged from this.
Are the
Okay.
people on the stage? Are the people on the stage easily identifiable?
um, no. Um, I would say he is the only person of any sort of like relative status that you could probably pick out of a crowd.
Hmm.
I think Nezzy kind of looks to Pluto and whispers like, "Are you okay? Are you gonna throw up?"
Mr. Hammer, you all right there?
It's like it's like Pluto has like a beaded bracelet, kind of like this one, that he just like fidgets with a lot. Um, very close to breaking it. He's like, ah, yeah, I'm all right. I have claustrophobic, so
You-
a little stressful.
A little stressful. That's real.
can we get some open air in here? And the earthbender like stands up and like opens the roof and like creates a little sunroof so that at least like you can see the sky. Um,
What time of day is it? Like, is it still like? Is it
it's like mid
after?
afternoon.
Okay, cool.
I think um I think honestly the marvel of like the Earthbender doing that is enough to like set him a piece a little bit, because obviously he's not Pluto's not claustrophobic, but the calming effect of seeing that cool Earthbending of like, oh, that's something I want to do, and also he tries to bite his tongue to calm himself down a bit. It's like,
All right.
yeah, thank you, I really appreciate that. Maybe I could breathe again.
So, getting back to it, there's one person in the back who hasn't spoken. Their face is completely covered, mask and hood, and they just outright say it. So, you never answered my question before. Well, the question before. How do you plan to get these politicians out? Are you planning to kill them? And Alvaro has had a very laid back, very casual demeanor throughout this meeting, and his face straightens. It becomes very businesslike. I don't have a plan to lay out for you today. Quite frankly, until I determine who can and can't be trusted, I can't lay out any of my plans for you. I'd like to consider this an interest meeting. And they just say, so that's a yes.
Mm.
Mm.
And at that point, he stands up once more and he says, I think that's enough for today. Well, I hope to see some of you at the next meeting. And the earthbender like does this and the stage lowers down beneath your level and closes off.
Mm. So they basically took an elevator underground.
Yep.
Okay.
After which, the same path that opened up for the others opens up for the folks that are in here.
Hey, Pluto, how good are you at earthbending?
Hair up.
Oh, sorry. Should I have called you Jack?
No, he's gone. It's fine.
He's gone. It's fine.
So, do you want me to give you a rating of 1 to 10?
Sure.
See, on a good day, I might get 6. Most days, solid 4.
Okay, so you couldn't do that, what they just did.
Well, I didn't say that.
Can you?
I can do it. I can do it right now.
Can I insight Pluto? Like,
Please
are you
do.
saying you can do it because I'm asking right now, or like what is it? Hold on. I rolled a 3 for a total of 5.
On a 5, what does she read from your behavior?
I think Pluto doesn't use sarcasm often, or he's not ironic, but like I think you're like seeing a rare moment of him like being like if this is him being sarcastic, like of course I know how to do it. Like you don't think he's lying, you think he's being humble.
Okay. Nezzy will shrug and be like, all right.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here, maybe. And like
So
talk
Mac,
shop.
mechanically, how would I do this? How tall was that? How tall? What did he do? How tall was it? Was it 30 feet?
I mean, he is within 30 feet of you. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but he went up, right? Or was it just a
They
stage and he
went
walked away?
down. The stage went down underground.
Oh, he went underground.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go to the skylight, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do that. How tall is it from the floor to the skylight?
30, 40 feet.
Okay.
But I mean, there's an open door that they open for everybody.
No, we got it. Hold up. So, yeah. So I'm gonna. If I'm reading this correct, I could use my earth bending without using like a skill point, and I could just do it 5 feet at a time.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I do. I think so. What you see is that.
Wait. But before Pluto like goes to do it though, Nezzy will put like a hand on his shoulder and be like, well, hold on. Let's wait for everybody to leave first.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't want to reveal our skills, before we,
The person
Exactly.
that asked the question at the end. I know we
Mhm.
couldn't see their face or anything. What was their build like?
They're about 5'4".
Oh, me too.
Oh, shorties.
Um, athletic shape woman. There's not a whole lot to see. They're in heavy robes, and unlike everybody else, they're not leaving. They're still sitting in the back watching.
Is she watching us?
They're watching everybody leave.
Oh, they were just watching everybody. Okay.
So if we wait, is it just going to be like us and them
Right?
after like 5 minutes?
Watching you, watching me.
That's
He looks
exactly
at
I
what it
look
me,
is.
at him.
and I look at him.
Look at me.
So
So,
I think the whole time, comments just like doing warm ups, like, all right, I got this. I got this. All right. All right.
Didn't
Just
you
like-
struggle to like get them from a 10-foot drop earlier?
That's why we're warming up. That's why you need the warm up. I didn't stretch prior. So
But this isn't like a life or death situation. We're just opening the ground.
It could turn into a life or death situation.
Amara
This
just
is
once
true.
again gives that flat
But also, Soraya just is looking at the wall where the two tunnels are coming in. It's like she's counting. She's like 1, 2. But there were 3.
I think while Pluto is warming up, is gonna
So where did the central one go?
It probably went to like a scorpion bat cave and like everyone
You're
died from being
right.
poisoned.
maybe
You're right. There were footsteps going there too, so they're probably dead. You're right.
Yeah, and if they didn't come back out, they're probably dead.
They're probably dead. You're right. You're right.
I think I'm gonna go to the
But wait,
person
was that
in the
central?
back and ask them to
Was that
hold my
central
feet.
one lit?
Hold
Was the
your-
central corridor lit?
Now wait.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Pluto
What'd you
gets
say?
Pluto get. Oh, sorry, which one?
Let's start with curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how the right corridor wasn't lit. The right one wasn't lit. Then the left one was. Was the center one lit like the left one was?
The central one was lit.
Wait. So the central one was lit, and we're positing that it might have led to the scorpion bat den. Were they just sacrificing people to the scorpion bats?
That or they were testing who was too stupid to like run down the center corridor and not pay attention.
Yeah, eeny, meeny, miny, mouse, obviously the answer.
So you guys had the idea to look at your posters. There was actually a 5th poster in town that you guys never found that specifically said
wow.
don't take the center path.
Wow.
We didn't need it. We didn't need it.
They must not have found it either.
Well,
So where were you saying, Pluto? You were gonna go up to the mystery figure?
Yes. So I'm gonna get on the ground. It's he's doing his warm ups. He's getting ready for sit ups, and he asks the person there. It's like, hey, can you hold my feet? I'm trying. I need to do some crunches.
all 3 of us are.
So they look down at you.
Yeah, because I'm 5 foot, so they're taller than me.
Oh, jeez.
And you're able to see that they have like kind of amber, almost red colored eyes. And one eyebrow was just like raised to the sky, like, what?
Sit ups, it's for assistance to so I can, my feet don't fly up as I'm doing the sit up.
They look up at your companions and they look in between each of you like, what do I do? And they just kind of like step on your foot.
Okay, thank you. And he's gonna get on the ground. Just go. All right, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go to Ted.
Where did we find him again?
I don't
4.
know.
I think he found us. He
How-
found us.
How is he still alive?
6.
How he
Pure
made it even
optimism.
all the way here, I don't fucking know.
Pure
I need a
I
break.
probably
optimism.
have not kidnapped him.
Like, he
Pure
keeps finding
optimism.
people who aren't going to kill him, but that I feel like that Lex is going to run out eventually.
I feel like the
Let's
whole
hope it
Disney
doesn't.
princess thing is probably real at this
I
point.
think it is. I genuinely believe it.
One more.
Okay, maybe
more.
even a scorpion.
We're talking while he's doing his to them.
10. Okay.
I've never had this much luck with complete and total strangers.
Whew.
I promise. I have
All
to
right,
at
please.
least bring them their food first.
Fights.
Thank you for that. Go to a handshake.
Sure. And they like reach down and very daintily shake your hand.
Thank you.
I think Nezzy will approach. And be like,
I'm ready,
"Thanks
guys."
for looking good, Jack." And they like look at Pluto, like, and they'll like look to the they'll look to the figure and say, thanks for entertaining our friend. I'm Nezzy. You are
Rhea. Roll insight.
all right. Where's my dice? A D20. Okay. Okay, I wrote an 18 on the die, and hold on. What do I add to insight? Non-nat 20.
Very rarely will I ask you to roll insight, so this is a gift. But on a dirty 20, there was the slightest hesitation before they said Rhea.
As in, like, I don't think that's their real name.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have like a hood on? Like, can we clock their face?
Only thing you can see is their eyes. They have a hood and a face mask.
So, like, I noticed that you're still here. Do you work with these folks, or?
I don't.
You didn't seem really into the shtick he was putting out.
Because it was bullshit.
You can't fix what you won't in others what you won't fix in yourself. He's a dick.
Nezzy nods.
I don't know. I kind of like him. One rich kid to another, I guess.
Okay. Where are you from, Rhea? Are you from the city?
Yeah. Well, I've been here most of my life.
Nezzy will nod. Go ahead.
I was like, as they talk, does this sound like they're trying to hide their voice, or they're talking in their natural voice?
Their voice sounds pretty much natural.
They say they've been in the city most of their life. Do they sound familiar at all?
That's a good one. Roll history. And I will also add that on your dirty 20, you get the sense they're trying to wait you out.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Also on the dirty 20, yes, their voice is familiar, but you are not sure where you've heard it.
Rhea,
So many people come to the restaurant.
I think I'm warmed up. I can get all 5 of us up if you want to come with.
There's a door right there.
Well, I didn't warm up for nothing.
Well, no, by all means, you guys go ahead. I'd hate to ruin your warm up by adding extra weight.
No, it's the burn matters. It would actually help me.
You know what I think would really help, Pluto? I think you should explain the difference between minerals to our good friend Rhea.
Okay.
Just to send Pluto like on a tangent to like hopefully make Rhea fucking bored and
Yeah.
leave, and Nezzy will get comfortable
Pluto will
and buckle in.
fully makes a Earth little like Earth seat, not like a chair, but just a little stool, like a little pillar just to sit on. It's like, okay. So
You
you
know
know
what?
about
I'm actually an earthbender. I can help you guys get up there if you need. We can do this.
Why would you help us?
Well, it seems like he got really worked up with this workout. I want to make sure that we don't ruin that for him.
So we got two people here full of shit. Okay.
I'm down for the help. That's really kind of you. Thank you.
There we go.
That's so cool I saw the other earthbender who did all that stuff. I was like, oh, that was some cool earthbending. I was like, man, how do I get to his level? Are you from never mind. I I get it. It's disguises, right? Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. I think he's just gonna get posted up, prepare to make a pillar if she's gonna engage and specifically wants to watch her stance.
She's actually going to correct your stance. Like she slides her foot to move your foot a little bit wider and pushes you down so that you're closer to the ground like that. And that'll make it a little easier.
Oh, that feels
Amara's prepping Featherfall again.
way more comfy. I can
Um,
I feel stable.
all right. Make an earthbending check with the help action.
Okay.
I don't feel good about this nigga. I don't.
How are we
I
doing these
really
again?
don't.
Don't
I guess just means
know.
you have advantage.
Yep.
No, I mean
Yeah.
like
Oh, how do we
earthbending
roll
in
it?
general.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good question.
It's your bending ability.
Yeah. So
Okay,
for
so
your
it's
strength.
Strength, yeah, with advantage.
Yeah.
This side.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. 19. I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You only had to roll it once because you have advantage already toggled. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, a 19.
True.
So it's easy. It's smooth. Like you just go straight up and out the top.
Yeah, I'm just like just takes a step, moves the pillar. Well, I get more like a staircase because then we wouldn't be able to get up. It was just a pillar, unless we're all
Makes sense.
in that moment. And I'm just like, whoa. He's like verge of a pop off. Like,
Are we on top
okay.
of this thing when he's making it?
Yes.
I'm gonna fall off.
Nezzy is not. Nezzy is not.
On purpose. I'm gonna fall off.
Ooh, would Rhea catch Serenity? Nezzy is definitely like not on the pillar. They're like, I'm gonna let y'all rock because I don't trust this broad.
Oh,
So
this will scar Pluto. This will scar him. He's gonna be like, I killed my friend.
It's gonna change the trajectory of
Randy
his
is really
life.
good at falling. She's so good at falling. She's done it already. She's done it once already.
so hold on, because I gotta I gotta check something.
She's gonna trip on a random rock and just fall off.
Yep, we're gonna break at 9:30.
That rock was not there before. You placed that rock.
So she stomps her foot, and a slide comes out the side of the pillar, and you just slide your way back down to the ground.
Thanks.
Oh
I'm
wow.
very clumsy.
Nice catch. Nice catch. Do you need help getting back up, Serenity?
I don't think I want to go back up there. I think I'm fine right here with our new friend.
Okay. Okay.
That's
That was
exactly
really
the
quick
reason.
thinking. Thank you.
No problem.
You seem to be very practiced.
Yeah, I work hard.
Have you? Wait. What is your favorite meal?
A volcano ramen.
Have we ever
This
served that to anybody?
Yes, that's actually a popular meal that you serve.
Yeah.
Oh, volcano
That doesn't help
ramen.
me anything. It doesn't help me with anything.
So you all seem like very lovely people, but I have wasted far too much time now. And she runs over to where they went under the ground, stomps her foot, and it opens. And she jumps down after them.
Perfect.
I
Now we can
fucking
go.
knew it. Jumps down as well.
So it goes, bye, Ria, as he goes up. So I guess we're done here.
Amara sees Rhea jump in the hole, and then Nezzy jump in the hole, and just goes, "Oh my god, we're so gonna get
Serenity's
caught."
jumping in the hole too.
And there
'Cause
goes
she's already down
Serenity.
there. She's already down there.
Guys?
And Amara forms an air ball and like pushes Pluto into it, and then rides it down the earth slide and down into the hole.
Okay, so on that note, we're gonna go to break because that's just too good a place. We'll be back in a few seconds for you guys.